guys, so I wanted to do something very unique. I've already been doing this on my blog, and I love movies. So if you don't know that already, you found out now. I love movies, and so I also enjoy encouraging people. So to combine the two things, I'm coming out with a series called The Message from the Movie. So this is going to be a series of a lot of my favorite movies that I've already watched, and even some recommendations from you as far as new movies to watch. And I'm going to share a message that I received that I believe that you can relate to or help you out in some way. So the first video that I wanted to talk about is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Now, I've written about this in a vlog, and it was a really, really good movie. Out of the message that I was able to get out of it, and of course, I was able to relate to the movie so much. So I wrote a blog post about it, and you can find that at www.shesmileswithin.com. All you would need to do is just search Walter Mitty. The movie, I felt that it was a beckoning and a call, especially for Walter in particular in this movie. It was his beckoning, his call for something greater in life. If you've seen the movie before, you would notice how he would just daydream and just daydream so much, and it was so annoying and it was so distracting. The amount of daydreaming he would do would be so incapacitating that it would affect his real life because he was off daydreaming. The company that he worked for, which was Life magazine, was doing a shutdown, and in this process he had a new boss, and of course they weren't the best of friends. There would be so many times when he wanted to say something smart, but instead of just saying it, he would imagine himself like doing something so random. I felt like in this movie he was struggling the person that he was and the person that he should be, and there is a difference. I totally could relate to this because life had thrown me so many different blows that it was very hard to see myself as the person that I used to be. Life has a way of getting you back on the track that you should be on. You have to want to change. In my blog post, I kind of talked about, that transition of life and how I could not recognize myself in the mirror. So you look in the mirror and you see eyes that don't belong to you because you've gotten so far off track with life circumstances and depression and anxiety and just not even striving to be the best that you can be. And so when I looked in the mirror, I didn't recognize myself because it wasn't me. It was the deflated image of myself that I saw in the mirror, and I'm getting back to seeing who I was. So with that being said, I want to say that again, there is so much greater inside of you, and sometimes things happen and we forget. So Walter was faced with a choice. He could either live his days continuing to dream, or he could be the person that was already trying to basically escape. You could see as the movie progressed how he began to come outside of his imagination. He began to do things outside of the normal or what Walter was accustomed to doing. And so he got in touch with his childhood. He was skateboarding, just doing things that were crazy but so cool. So this cool guy emerges and he takes life by the horns, okay? And no longer just letting life happen. He took life by the horns, and of course at first it wasn't easy. He literally had to be coaxed, and what was so interesting is that he was being coaxed by a lady that he liked in his imaginations, or in his daydreams, he was being coaxed out of the old Walter into the new, and adventure after adventure would take place. The theme for Life magazine said, life is about courage and going into the unknown. And so the whole premise of the movie was about going into the unknown and being courageous. The interesting thing about Walter is that his imagination wouldn't let him live a normal existence. He had to step out. Otherwise, because just think, he would have continued to imagine and be incapacitated, and his real life would suffer. So his imagination wouldn't allow him to be the same and wouldn't allow him to settle. So think about that. If you have things that are pulling on you and tugging on you, it's not going to allow you to have a normal existence without getting out there. I mean, that tugging, it's not going to go away. You can try to smother it all you want, but just know that there's so much greater for you. And I've already said this before and even other videos. One, I want you to go and watch the movie. If you are in a transition in life and you want to know more, go watch the movie. It really helped me a lot. And two, be brave enough to take life by the horns. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, and also go watch some more of my message from the movies videos. I will continue to update them, and if you have a suggestion of a good movie that you think I should do, please leave it in the comments. I would love to watch it. I love movies, even the corny ones that no one seems to like and gets horrible ratings. I like them. So as my love for movies combines with my love to encourage, I hope that you will be encouraged and inspired.